I didn't really tell you about the gap card. I don't even know if there was a slide on there about the gap card. Let's see if you can put up the prayer request card. There it is. Can you make it bigger? Who's doing that? Somebody up there? Okay, the prayer request card has a place there for it says on the bottom, no interest, some interest, much interest, prayed with home, in the home, attends church, or doesn't attend church. And so that you'll fill that out, and then also, that's not the whole card. It's supposed to be a place on there to write the prayer request. Okay. Okay, let me read you some prayer requests already come back from just from yesterday morning, and one is and these cards, at least this card here I know is right here, one of the neighbors to the church. Jesse asked us to pray for his 4 daughters who attend local public schools, and I think David did this one, and 707 Blinn Avenue. His name's Jesse. That's all we need is a first name. And it has checked on there, no church home. Here's one that came back yesterday. Chris, this might seem like a light prayer request, but to him it's a serious thing. Chris will request that prayer be made that his parents, Lillian and Sergio, would get home safely from vacation. And we prayed with them, and they have no church home. Another one, Bob requests that prayer be made for himself. Bob lost his wife last year and misses her greatly, many lonely days. Much interest, we prayed with him. He does attend church. But do you know what? I got to tell you this. He, after we had prayer with him, he just started, I mean, it really touched his heart. And that somebody would not there to sell him anything, not there to get him to come to church, and just give him just propaganda to get him to come to our church, but really was interested in his need and actually prayed with him there. And it was in front of, his whole family was there, our relatives anyway, and they was all there, and they stood there and listened. And he just asked some very inquisitive questions then about where's your church, where is this church? And so, of course, we told him. But you know what? It doesn't matter if they go to church or not. People got problems, and we're going to pray with them. Jerry, here's another one. Jerry requests prayer be made for his health. Jerry has many health issues and is in a wheelchair. Prayed with him. No church home. Is interested. Showed interest in responding. This was our next door neighbor. Terry requests that prayer be made for her mother, Katie. Katie has health issues that include heart and kidneys. And they go to church very well, good church attenders, and in fact they were so impressed. They said, "Do you know what?" They said, "We've never heard of anything like this before. This is exactly what Frankfort needs." They said, "Do you know what? We're going to start praying for your church every day." So anyway, there's like I said before when I started out, we don't have always known how to go about to accomplish something for God, but this is a way that's extremely easy and really positive responses, and something anybody can do. If you name the name of Christ in your life, then you should have a desire to do this and be involved in some way, shape, or form. Not everybody's going to have the personality to go out there and knock on the door, although once you do it, and you realize the response that you got, how people show you the appreciation of that somebody actually had prayer for them, cared about them enough. The blessing you get, the feeling that gives you, you'll want to do it again. I can guarantee you that. And that's what it made. I only planned on going out and doing 1 block. I did 4 blocks yesterday because I thought, man, this is great. So what we're going to do, though, the next thing here we're going to do is Sarah has, and if you're part of these skits, you need to come up here on the front. Oh, yes. Our goal, and this is just something just occurred to me. If we had 30 rope holders and 30 reapers that did 1 block a month. And I can tell you right now that takes 30 minutes. Did 1 block a month. You realize that's 1 block every day that's being done in the city of Frankfort? And that could be done very easy. And what I want to do, though, we're gonna if Sarah, you come up and tell them what's going on here, and then after that, there's going to be a panel discussion, a time for Q&A, and then we'll close out. We have another special song at the closing.
I just want to first say that he is right, that the reward is really big for this kind of thing. And I think we get pretty scared, like, I don't have the personality to knock door to door. And that may be true. It may be easier for some than others. But this really is, I think, one of the coolest ways. You know, we all have this kind of feeling. We know we're supposed to be reaching out to people, but sometimes we just don't know what to do. And we're very, very busy, and we don't want to be pushy, and we don't really know sometimes how to reach out. This is one of the coolest ways I have ever seen because it's so non-intimidating to the people that we're meeting and to ourselves too. All you have to do is knock on the door and offer to pray for them. And it really is very rewarding. And this, I might be getting ahead into the panel later, but when those prayer requests come into your home, even our family devotions, we're praying for some of these. And when I think about those prayer requests, there's something that warms your heart. It makes your heart open. It makes your heart aware and happy that you're reaching out to the people in your community. And it does something really happy for your heart. It may seem intimidating. The cards may seem intimidating, but they're really self-explanatory. It says, write your name here, write where you went here. So don't be overwhelmed by the cards. It's just a way for us to keep track of those. Really, it's a very simple process. And also, I think the block, don't be intimidated by going to a whole block. If you go to 2 houses, write that down. It really doesn't take a long time. And so that's just some of my own 2 cents. What we want to do with this skit is demonstrate. You're gonna run into so many different kinds of personalities, and being prepared for that can help, that you maybe don't take it quite so personally. I've knocked on, the doors of quite a variety of people, from drug dealers to just a lot of variety. And it's been really interesting to me how really kind of scared people are to answer their door to someone who, especially if they think they're going to shove church down their throat, And even if I've knocked on a door before just offering to give them something, a free gift. And they'd be like, well, what is it? And I was like, it's cake. And they're like, well, okay, if it's cake, I'll open the door, Just they're scared to trust that we're just really there to give them something, that we're not there to take, we're not really there even majorly to invite them to church. Like he said, we're there to offer them our prayer and our care. And that is a little bit hard for people to get used to, but then they realize, wow, they're really just here to care for me. And it's a really neat thing when they realize that. So we're going to demonstrate some of the different personalities. You run into people who are churchgoers. He already demonstrated this. His neighbors, solid churchgoers, but they were still touched. There are people who literally won't even talk to you. You can't take that personally. You just shake the dust and move on. Maybe somebody will come, next year from the church and they'll be ready to open the doors. It takes time. So we're going to demonstrate kind of the different styles of people who knock on the door. The biggest thing is just be yourself and talk. You don't have to have any kind of big fancy format. You just knock on the door and talk and say, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, And so you're going to get to see the different kind of responses. Some of them may be a little comical, so that you can kind of see the variety that comes from all of our personalities and the people you may run into when you knock on the door. So.
Okay, Rose. Yeah, we're going to do this. I thought I'd have her trained after 39 years. One of the things that this button says, we care. And we wanted to make it big enough that people could see it and read it. And it just, they see that, and that kind of clicks with them before you really even say anything. It just kind of identifies it. You're supposed to come up here with me. We're going to go knock on this door as a couple.